You're watching the 11 o'clock show Office Party. Joining me tonight is my lovely co-host, the delightful yet boozy Daisy Donovan. Daisy!
Look what Ian left in the photocopier, everybody. His arse.
That's beautiful. And joining us later from a secret celebrity hideaway, Mackenzie Crook. Well, the Verve may have split up, but here's a man who proves the drugs do work. Tommy Vance, show me your news slam.
Thursday, April the 29th, and Buckingham Palace agrees to give the press more info on the princes. So, we'll get to find out who Harry's father really is, and who popped William's cherry. I've heard he's had Britney Spears. Wicked. From a Randy Royal to a Serbian assassination plot we hope to foil. And BBC boss Tony Hall gets a Serb death threat. Their demands are simple. Stop bombing Belgrade. And for God's sake, cancel Harbour Lights. From a ruthless plan to stop the relentless bombing of Kosovo to Poe. And Teletubbies creator Anne Wood is named Businesswoman of the Year. Accepting the award, she said,
Uh-oh, big hugs. Time for Tubby bye-byes.
No, she didn't. She thanked her colleagues in a 10-minute speech of considerable articulacy. From Tinky Winky to Welsh devolution. And the Natural Law Party unveils their mad manifesto for Wales at a packed press conference. You'd have to be as thick as pig shit to vote for this lot. So, they're confident of success in Wales.
Oh, yes. Oh, yes. Those are the big things in the news, but it's wrong to ignore small things. I ignored a small thing once and it cost me a testicle. Let's take a look at the day's tiddlers in our Red Top Roundup. A classics don at Oxford has undergone a sex change and is looking forward to life as a woman. Well, I bet he changes his mind once he's had his first rag week. It is funny, it is. Peter Mandelson has hired a professional minder to ensure his security. Possibly not the first time he's had someone hard stay up all night and cover his back. A fishmonger is being sued by a customer for selling undersized shellfish. He's taking him to the small clams courts. Yes. You love it, you love it. A man has tattooed his marriage proposal on his backside, but his fiancée won't say yes until she's seen the ring.
Now, Ian, here's a question. What connects William Hague and Hugh Grant? They both acted like twats in Notting Hill, and neither of them are fit to run the Tory party, though William has never had his knob sucked by an LA whore.
The papers reveal that Hague could be sacked as Conservative leader any day now, for what backbenchers view as his abandonment of traditional Tory policy, and not because he's an oddly camp old bald baby who speaks like he's sitting on his nuts. Although that may have something to do with it.
But if he acts quickly, he could still hang on to his job. We know image changes haven't worked, so he should try hanging out with the right people to make him look cooler. William, we know you're watching. How about a night on the tiles with spotted Dick Dean Gaffney?
And if that works, why not hit the big time? A night out with the Gallagher brothers.
But if you really want to impress, you've got to be seen like many great men before you, getting in here.
But if all this fails, don't worry, William. With feeling out of the house and nothing to do all day, you'll have plenty of time to get your putter out and work on your stroke.
Bees. They're the new soldiers. A report out today reveals that the army is using them to detect landmines. So why are bees better than squaddies? Well, they only need tiny barracks, they never bully black recruits, and they don't rampage through Aldershot Town Centre beating students up and pissing through letterboxes. So what other creatures could be used in the forces? Ian took his finely honed microphone technique onto the streets to find out.
So American scientists have begun to train honeybees to find landmines. All these brave boys in yellow and black be the first in a long line of animal battalions. And is this morally acceptable? I've come here to London, home of the animal lover, to find out. Is it right to use animals in war, do you think?
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
They ain't going to use bees, are they?
Yeah, they are. Going to use. They are. They're going to use bees. No, they are. No, they are. It says there. Scientists train bees to detect landmines. Yeah.
No, they're not.
Animals should be used in a war zone situation.
Oh, well, I think bees, insects, mosquitoes, for example.
NATO are proposing to use monkey parachutists to drop monkeys behind enemy lines and just cause mayhem just by going completely mental.
Right, well, as long as they sort of give back a full report of what's going on, you know, as long as it makes interesting television, then I think that's perfectly acceptable.
Soldiers need to be taught how to kill, instead of using dummies and things like that, actually using a live opponent, that opponent being a goose.
That's out of order. That's wrong.
Now, this is one of the trained rabbits that will be used in operations in the future. Now, these rabbits are forced to eat some of the components of Semtex, which is perfectly safe in their stomachs, it's quite moist. When they release it in the form of a stool, that then acts as a landmine, and if you just tread on that stool, bang. One of the suggestions NATO has come up with the possibility of ground forces moving into Kosovo, is having, I don't know if you can see, we've got a little hamster in there coming out, is sending in an army of hamsters on the back of these big tracks. Do you think that's a good idea?
To what end?
To the end of winning the war.
Well, it's probably worth a go.
This is Colonel Dwayne Phillip from the 21st Airborne Division, a veteran of the Gulf War and had some dealing with Vietnam. I can't remember its exact connection, but has won a Purple Heart and various other medals. Is it right to be using ducks like this?
Well, I mean, the duck's perfectly... It's obviously a veteran, knows exactly what he's doing, so certainly, yes.
Should we be sending ducks, geese, wildfowl into a war zone?
Yes.
To do...
To die.
So just in conclusion then, it is fine to use animals in war.
Not dolphins, but certainly the ducks and the chimpanzees that you've mentioned. I think that's perfectly acceptable.
So if the Americans are determined to win this war without any casualties, then maybe all our hopes for the future lie with the brave heroes such as Colonel Phillips. This has been Ian Lee, The 11 O'Clock Show, London.
Reporting on the war has certainly taken its toll on our correspondent Mackenzie Crook. You may have seen him looking tired and emotional recently in a skip in Lewisham. So he's just checked into the exclusive celebrity clinic, The Priory, where he's in detox. I think we can join him there now live. Hello, Mackenzie.
Hello, Ian.
So what's your daily routine?
Get up at 6:30, have some breakfast, then it's colonic irrigation. 9 a.m. it's exercise time in the gym, then it's colonic irrigation. When I'm finished there, it's 4 hours of macrame, followed by colonic irrigation.
Wow. What are you allowed to eat there?
Oh, not much, mostly air and dry oats.
Oh. Now, Mackenzie, you're an ugly chap and very lonely. Have you made any friends?
Well, yes, I have. I can't mention their names. I can only give clues.
Ooh.
I do basket weaving with oi at the back. Yeah? I built camps in the woods with my mate, Fog and a Tain is old mine, Fog and a Tain is old... No?
Well, you know Sting?
No. Gaza. Shit. Oh, sorry, gotta go have my bum sucked again.
You having more colonic irrigation?
No, go and meet Barrymore. See you later.
Mackenzie Crook, thanks a lot. Leaves a bad taste in my mouth. Just 8 weeks ago, I waved my magic wand, touched it to a young boy's head and changed his life forever. But enough of that, let's meet a young man who's never felt my penis, our very own New Deal boy, Dan Demetriou. Come on. Come on. Come on, Dan. Dan, or Daniel, have you enjoyed working on the show?
It's all right.
So, how's the Nicky Campbell for Mayor campaign going?
All right.
All right, let's see what you've been up to this week.
Doing this for you, Nicky.
Nicky! Ring the bell for Nicky Campbell!
That is amazing. I can't believe you did that without even thinking of your own personal safety. Bet you shat yourself, though.
So, how on earth are you going to top that one, mate?
Easy. Stand by VT in 5 on my cue. I think you enjoy this, Ian. It's a song, and run VT.
Musicians, lights, and a hat.
you're so fine, you blow my mind. Hey, Nikki. Oh, Nikki, you're so fine, you blow my mind. Oh, Nikki, what a pity you're not London's mayor. London without you is like Sunny without Cher. Oh, Nikki, what a pity, can't you understand? It's guys like you, Nikki, who should run the capital of our country. You've been a top DJ and clever talk show host. To all your future plans, we make this joyful toast. It's Jeffrey, Ken or you, you're the one we like the most, Nikki. Oh, Nikki, we assume you've got the skills required to hold this civic post and do all the things required. Oh, Nikki, let us just repeat this one more time. You've got the skills, Nikki, to run the capital of this brilliant country, oh yeah.
Now, most people who work in an office go there to phone their mates in Australia, steal stamps and download animal porn from the internet. Maybe that's just me.
I think it might be. But a survey this week revealed that 1 in 5 people actually have sex in the office.
Wow. And apparently the most popular place to do it is on... Oh, Christ.
Oh, no.
On the desk. According to the survey, the people who get the most action are northern men. But let's face it, most northern men don't have an office to have sex in, except of course, the Dole office.
Now, one of the most popular places to do it is on the boss's desk.
Daisy, I'm the boss. Come over here!
See you after the break! Welcome back to the 11 o'clock show. Now, I can think of nothing worse than 2 girls fighting.
And I can think of nothing else, especially if it involves bikinis, kissing and mud.
So I was shocked to read this week about a kickboxing bout taking place in Manchester next month between 2 girls aged 5 and 6.
To tell us more about this bizarre fight, would you please welcome the trainer and father, Mark Barlow, with his prize-fighting daughter, Iman. Hello. Right. Mark, you want to sit there? Mark, you come and sit in this one here. Very pleased to meet you. Oh, she may be a fighter, but she still needs help getting in a chair. And I think we all do every now and then, if we're drunk. Not that you are. I'm not implying you are at all. You're not drunk, are you, Iman? That's good to hear. We don't like drunk guests. Now, Mark, you're the father of 6-year-old Iman here, and you're also a kickboxing trainer. Why have you got your daughter into kickboxing?
She enjoys it, and it's good for self-defence.
Do you not think it's a little bit dangerous?
A little, but she's very good.
I thought you were going to say no, not at all there. There's a bit of danger, but you make money out of it. Now, I'm not suggesting that's why you do it. Now, Iman, do you get all your aggression and stuff from Sporty Spice? Does she make you fight like that?
Yeah.
Yeah, she's cool, isn't she?
Yeah.
Who's your favourite Spice Girl?
Emma.
No, she's rubbish. No. Now, how does it feel to see her getting kicked and punched?
I get a little bit nervous, but she's very, very good. And like I say, she never gets hurt. She's very good.
And there's no... I mean, you've got padding, and I've seen the rest of the padding, so there's no serious danger, is there?
No, not at all.
Is it a bit like training pit bulls? Have you got to... No. Do you have to starve her for a few days to really give her that anger?
No.
No, that's fine. That's probably the best thing. So, what kind of training do you do, Iman? Do you, like, put Dolly's clothes on a bit faster or play really fast PlayStation games and stuff?
No.
No? What training do you do, then?
Running.
Just do running? Do you push-ups and things? How many push-ups can you do? 50? Shut up. Shut... She can't do 50. She's 6.
No problem.
Right, well, if I can do 5, and that's if there's a man helping me. Now, well, we've got a picture of your opponent, Laurel. Let's have a look at her there. What round do you think you're going to take her out in?
The last.
You're going to take it to the last round, so it's going to be a dirty fight. Very exciting. Well, we can't all be at the bout when it happens, but we've got Laurel over here. Come around, come on, let's have a look. So we've got your opponent here. This obviously isn't her. It's a lot thinner. It's just made out of plywood or something. I'm not quite sure exactly what it is. So, Laurel, I want you to show us exactly what you do. Go on, beat her up. Yeah, hard on that. Come on, Laurel. Egg her on, Mark. Let's see some tactics. Some Quincy's in. Come hard. Ladies and gentlemen, Mark Barlow and Imara, thank you very much. Give them a round of applause. Thank you very much, Imara. That's lovely.
Uncle Ben makes rice. Gentle Ben is a grizzly bear. And Mr. Ben is a cross-dressing suburbanite and probably a gaylord.
But Labour MP and socialist Tony Benn is none of these, although he has been known to make rice. Ali G went round to see him. Let's see who turned out to be the biggest pudding.
Yeah, don't stop. It goes out to the crew up top. That's it.
Wicked. I is here with none other than Tony Benn. He been in the political game for many, many years, so nobody knows it like he does. And he is going to explain what socialism is and what all the left stuff is going on. What is socialism, Tony?
Socialism is about organisation, it's about democracy.
So why do they call it the welfare state? Is it because it's welfare?
No, the welfare state means that you've got a national insurance.
But unemployment benefit is wicked because you get money for doing nothing. Is that what socialism...
Yeah, but why are you doing nothing if you've been sacked?
Because you're chilling. Well,
what do you mean? This idea that if you're unemployed, you're lazy is absolute rubbish.
We ain't saying that it's because you're lazy. We're saying you want to chill, whatever, you know.
What do you mean you want to chill?
You want to relax. You don't want to have to get up every morning at like 7 in the morning.
The miners decided to close the pits because they wanted to be lazy. They worked all their lives in the pits. This idea, it's an amazing idea that that people who are unemployed do it because they want to, because there's not a lot of money if you're unemployed.
So do you think young mothers should get welfare?
Well, of course.
But does the welfare not just encourage young girls to go out and get jiggy with Mr. Biggie?
If you think girls get pregnant because they think they'll get benefit, I think you're living in a funny world.
For real. There's girls in my estate or whatever, they're 16, 17, they already got one kid, and they see something nice in the shops. They think, is me going to go and get a job? Or is me going to go and get welfare? Then me can sit on my batty and watch Vanessa or whatever.
No, come on, you're not living in the real world, my friend. You're living in a world where everybody's just so bloody greedy that there's no hope of building a better society, and that's why we're in a mess.
For real. Is calling a strike not a bit like calling a sickie? Like you had like a really banging weekend or whatever and you was well knackered or whatever, you ring up and you just say...
Well, if you go on strike,
you
lose your income. I mean, nobody wants to go on strike. After all,
if you was knackered or whatever, you had a really full-on weekend.
Blimey, if you think it's like a hangover...
You have a strike.
I mean, the miners were on strike for a year. They had no wages for a year. The women had to struggle.
But then they must have been well lazy if they did a whole year.
Look, they wanted work, and the government stopped them from having the right to work. So they gave up their income to fight for their jobs and their children's jobs.
But everyone going on about the right to work, what about the right not to work?
Well, that's different if you don't want to work. Then,
for real.
Well, I mean, that's just not true of most people, does it? Most people really want to work. You want to work, you wouldn't be here today.
No, me want to work when we want to work, but most of the time we want to chill, we want to hang with me bitches, whatever. We just want to relax.
treat women with a great deal of disrespect. You call them a bitch as if you were a dog.
No, that ain't a term of disrespect.
Well, it is a term of disrespect. Just like animals, you're calling them animals. I think this really does come down, in the end, not to an argument about politics, but an argument between you. You've got no time for people. You think they're lazy, greedy, don't want to work. You call women bitches. And then you're asking me about a society that's happy. Well, I tell you, a society like that, somebody shoot you one day because you treat them like an animal.
So... why is it everyone is banging on about the right to vote?
Because we took us hundreds of years to get the right to vote, and we wouldn't have had the welfare state, we wouldn't have had full employment, wouldn't have had anything that matters if we hadn't had the right to vote.
But what's so good about it? I mean, I went once, and it was rubbish. How was you meant to choose who you vote for when you ain't never heard any of the names? You just vote for the one with the most stupid name. It's Dinky Pinky Dinky or whatever.
Well, if you think people do that, you see, you haven't got much confidence in people.
But what me saying, Mr. Ben, is why don't they get
people who people is heard of? Why don't they get like Frank Bruno standing or Van Outen standing?
Well, I don't
And
know. Well, Frank Bruno, maybe. I don't know what his opinions are, but all I can say is that...
but you know he is an honest geezer, yeah?
Well, all right, then.
Too bright, but
put
he's
him up
honest.
as a candidate.
But the good thing about the celebrity means that you know what they is like. Otherwise, you get an MP
but I
and then
mean,
you find out after a year that they is like, you know, sleeping with horses or whatever.
If the Spice Girls were in Parliament, I went to the Spice Girls and said, look, they've closed my factory, I've lost my job, my wife's got cancer, my dad can't live on a pension, Granny can't get anything. What would she do about
They'd
that?
do a dance. They'd be rubbish. Okay, we just want to say thank you,
All right.
Tony Benn.
No, it's been fun. I enjoyed it very much.
Maximum respect going out to my main man, Tony Benn. Aye.
Nice to see you.
Keep it real.
Very tense. Very tense. There comes a time in every half-witted, tarty, overprivileged, it-girl media slut's life that she has to go into rehab. And today that time has come for Tara Palmer Tompkinson.
After making an arse of herself on last week's Frank Skinner show, the multi-talented columnist and skier has booked herself into the exclusive Meadows Clinic in Arizona. Or has she?
Oh, says.
Well, according to The Sun, a receptionist at the US clinic said last night, "I can neither confirm nor deny that she is here, but I can't take a message."
So what's going on? Are we being told the whole story? Let's find out what the papers ought to say with our regular feature, What the Papers Ought to Say. The Daily Mirror tells us...
She's taken a long look at herself and has realised her life is in a mess.
when what they ought to have said was...
She caught sight of herself in a powdery mirror and thought, Christ, my nose is falling off.
The same paper also reveals that...
She told bosses at a Sunday newspaper carrying her weekly column that she will not be available to write it for the foreseeable future.
When what they meant was...
The dyslexic work experience girl who actually writes it is off for a fortnight in Koffru.
Finally... Koffru.
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 She's dyslexic.
It's a joke. Finally, in the Mirror, a spokesman revealed...
She's left the UK for an extended break where she will be taking stock of her situations in light of future career plans.
When they should have said...
Fuck off and don't come back, you useless tart.
So, my young friends, that's it. The end of the last show of the series. We'll be back in October, but until then, Daisy, alas, is unemployed. Mackenzie, alas, is unemployable. But don't worry about me. I've been down the job centre, picked up a rather nice vacancy. That's right, I'm going to be a TV repairman.
Well, a lot has happened in the world over the last 8 weeks. There have been some good times, some bad times, and a war. So here's a compilation of how we dealt with these stories of international significance, cut to the beat of an up-tempo pop track. Enjoy. Goodbye.
Goodbye.
Trifle, like this.
Enough fucking or...